Hello and welcome to my channel. You've been watching real estate content for months, maybe 6 months, maybe longer. You know commission splits, you know the market, you can probably explain a CMA better than some working agents, but you're still watching, still researching, still at the door, afraid to walk through because you might enter wrong. And honestly, the massive news that just broke today with Real Brokerage acquiring Remax is the ultimate proof that your fear is justified. The industry just shifted forever. And if you enter using the old playbook, you aren't just starting slow, you're walking straight into a meat grinder. I know this because I lived both sides. The first time I got licensed, I walked into the biggest, shiniest traditional brokerage because that's what everyone told me to do. I quit after 30 days with 0 deals and a decade-long belief that I wasn't cut out for this. The second time I entered using a completely different method, I hit my first deal in 3 weeks, 5 deals in 90 days, and at $225,000 in year 1. Same guy, same market, completely different entry. Here's what nobody tells you about the 87% who fail. They don't fail because they are lazy. They fail because the system is designed to break them. I call it the Dinosaur Way. You join a big office, they give you a desk, and tell you to go generate leads. You spend 8 hours a day harassing strangers who don't want to talk with you, 0 inventory on day 1, a 6 months starvation period. Look at the news today. Real just bought Remax for $880 million. Why? Because even the giants know the old way is dead. Real is a tech-driven cloud machine. Remax is the ultimate legacy brand. This merger is the industry's white flag. But here's the kicker. This merger won't help a new agent survive their first 6 months. It actually makes it noisier if you don't have a specific entry strategy. You're just a tiny fish in an even bigger, more automated pond. But here's where it gets interesting. What if that fear you have about entering wrong is actually the smartest thing about you? What if your instinct to avoid the dinosaur way is what's going to save you from that 87% failure rate? What if you're not procrastinating? What if you just instinctively know that the traditional path is a trap? There are 2 types of people watching this news today. First, the watcher. They consume content, hoping more info will make them feel ready. They think readiness is a feeling. Second, the movers. They understand that ready is a decision followed by the right entry. They don't ask, am I ready? They ask, how do I enter so I don't starve? If you're here, you're likely a watcher, trying to become a mover. But every day you stay a watcher is a day someone else closes the deal that should have been yours. That's why I developed entry positioning. 4 words that change everything. It means where you start determines what is possible. Most agents start at 0, no listings, no inventory, no leverage. I call that the big office trap. Even with this new Real Remax giant, if you start at 0 inventory, you are still in the trap. Ask yourself those 3 questions before you sign anything. 1. What inventory will I have access to on day 1? If it's 0, you're in the starvation model. 2. What specific problem am I solving for this brokerage? If you can't answer that, you're asking for a job, not proposing a business. 3. How do I measure progress in the first 45 days? If the only metric is closed deals, you'll feel like a failure for 44 days straight. Your answers here determine if you're a pro or just a statistic. Save this video, not just a like, save it. Put it up the next time you tell yourself you need more research. Those 3 questions are your shield against the big office trap. A single deal is worth between $10,000 to $30,000. Most people spend more time researching a Netflix show than they do positioning themselves for the first check. The Dinosaur Way worked when there was no internet. Now, it's like hunting with a spear in a world of GPS. The brokerages know this. That's why Real just bought Remax. They are desperate for better systems. Their biggest problem isn't getting agents, it's keeping them alive. In our community, people are making a different choice. They are not waiting for an $880 million merger to save them. They are asking the right questions, getting guest access to databases, and finding the gold coins in the shadow market. They're not all rich yet, but they're moving. That's proof of motion. So, which one are you? A watcher, still at the door, or a mover? Ready to position yourself? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one and I'll reply. In the next video, I'm going to show you the exact script to use when you walk into a brokerage to solve their problems, so they will give you their inventory. But if you want the full blueprint right now, join our free community below. Once you're in, check the pinned post for the next free live event. I'll walk you through the 45-day sprint to your first deal using entry positioning. Put it in your calendar, don't miss it. This is where watchers finally become movers.